Hello, everybody.
There we go. I got it. Lorraine said, hopefully it is a funny live today. I need the relief. I saw some comments I was reading through before we came on. Lorraine's dealing with some bad weather in
I
Tasmania.
saw my light
Some
was.
Tasmania had some high winds.
Yeah, I saw on whose live were we watching? Maybe the Eddies the other night, and she was in the midst of a terrible storm. They had no power for several hours at that point.
Oh, I don't remember.
I saw it. I was reading it over your shoulder.
Oh.
Like this.
I don't remember. Why are you looking over my shoulder?
Gotta make sure you behaving.
You always trying to get my video, Stephanie. I'm looking through the comments, y'all. I see everybody saying hello, and I read about the storm damage. Sorry about our visitor. When I got on here, I went ahead and banned that fool.
He'll be back.
He's been popping up on other people's stuff.
He has sent us emails twice today from 2 different emails, so he'll be back.
Yeah, but he's popping up on other channels.
He is.
Jacqueline said, "Has it rained here today?" Not that I know of.
Now, when me and Mackenzie got home, the weather had shifted. Felt like it was going to. You know how the weather kind of gets a little damp.
Yeah.
But it never did.
Cheryl said they blocked him on their end too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw where a couple of people were talking about blocking him. But when I get on here, I can ban him, or if Catherine or Kevin are on here, they can do it.
Yeah.
Is it just freezing on the computer that we're seeing, or are we actually being frozen on the... Y'all, is it freezing?
They saw him on the Walkers Live earlier.
Yeah, he's been popping up on some other channels.
On theirs as well.
You can always tell because the grammar is so horrible.
Fine.
Okay, they're fine. So it's just freezing on my computer, which I'm fine with. As long as it's only my Wi-Fi that's bad and y'all are not getting those freezing spots, we're good.
Oh, speaking of that, we have been noticing a lot of work going on up and down our roads lately.
Whatever.
And they are installing new fiber optic internet.
That's when we started having the problem. Is when they ran it through town. That's when the Wi-Fi had always been fine until they started installing it.
Never had.
But now they're putting it down our street.
Right. Now we'll have an option for a different company other than AT&T.
Yeah. We got rain in northwest Arkansas last night and this morning. Well, so we had a doozy Thursday, but Jacqueline was asking about rain now. It's raining like in Wilsonville now.
Oh, that's 40 minutes away.
Yeah, we're
not even.
But we're not getting it.
No, we are not currently, but we did Thursday. Mackenzie had band. The high school played a game Thursday, and boy, did it come.
I put a little clip on there of it. And where that clip was taken from, we were behind that building.
Yes.
So the lightning started about 10 miles south where we were practicing football.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just lightning. So their football practice was canceled. And ours had already been canceled because of that high school game, because we had 5 of our 8 coaches had kids involved in that game. It's a big rivalry game in our county. So I took Rhett to his practice. Well, it got canceled early because of the lightning. Not raining, just lightning. So loaded him up, brought him home, dropped him off with Grammy, and came back to the game to join Zoe, who was already there. And into the second quarter, the lightning started moving in here, and Zoe's like, "You brought it with you." And I said, "Well, it didn't rain a drop. It was just lightning."
We ended up with an hour and a half delay overall. We got stuck on the other side of the campus, and then you had to run all the way through it to get to the truck.
So
They come pick us up. Look, there's Aunt Lucy.
I've been seeing some comments from Aunt Lucy, but I hadn't seen her on live in a while. We were tucked behind a building under a small.
See what Londa said? A tree fell on the Airbnb house they rented in Thorsby for the Petals event and squashed it.
Oh no! Oh, ooh! We did have a lot of high winds, and Zoe, we were tucked behind this building. It's a field house at the high school, and it's got a little short awning. And as long as the wind was blowing the way it was when we got under there, we were good. But then it started swirling. So we're getting soaked at this point. And I finally tell Zoe, I say, stay right here. I'm going to go get the truck and I will come around and get y'all. Now, to the parking lot at Fieldhouse, the gate's locked. But I do know the way around there by our old practice field. So I could get around there together. So here I go all the way across this campus, around the gym, across the practice football field, and about another 500-600 yards to my truck in the rain that you saw on the video. I was soaked, waterlogged, and soaked. I get the truck, come around, catch up to them, get Zoe and Chance in the truck, and we're all just drenched. I think they had kind of moved along the side of the building and weren't doing too bad because the rain had slacked off by the time I got to them a little bit, not much. But I got them in the truck, and we just went and got something to eat, just sat in the truck, and there's a local radio station, and we listened to it till it got ready to go. And like she said, it's about an hour and a half, and then they continued the game. But I texted Jason about it, and he's like, I asked him, were they getting any rain? So that would tell me if we got any at the farm.
Right.
And Jason over at Cog Hill says, yeah, I think he said a couple inches, but he said the sustained winds were like 25, 30 miles an hour. And I was like, yeah, I believe it. I was in it.
Yes, it was for sure.
We got a new comment. Nick Hazy Boy 2. Your youngin' can back a trailer for someone. Good job.
Well, he really can.
Seen was parents when I seen the video. Good job with your youngin' not giving in and respect. Good luck to you. Well, thank you very much. That's been a very popular video of Rhett backing trailers, but he's learning, and we appreciate the comment.
Jacqueline said it's been raining the last 3 days at feeding time. It has not here.
No, we got that good rain Thursday, but I need more.
Well, yesterday at the boys' game, we were watching the storm move across, and we could see the rain in the distance. And we kept watching and never got
Why you keep moving?
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not comfortable.
Well, you keep reaching up there and moving like Ray.
I feel like I need to prop. Did you see Londa's little logo? Ain't it the cutest?
I did see the logo. As a matter of fact, I may have gotten a picture of that logo sent to me.
I like it.
I think somebody sent me that logo when it was first created.
I think it's adorable. It matches her personality. Lucy said they're not getting much there at their house either.
So,
hey, Mr. Jim.
Charles and Kathy Hobbs said, I was wondering about pondering about the jams that you made. Then I remembered the savory rolls. I have a sneaking suspicion it would be good as an accent to the rolls.
Ooh.
It just might. I've got somebody at work that was really interested in the figs and pears, and I was like, I might can sneak some out. I don't know.
I need somebody to try them that's not in our house.
There's Old Pecan Homestead.
Hey, y'all.
Haven't seen them in a while.
Has Maggie been around?
Maggie's been
Gary
making comments, but I don't think I've seen Maggie on live in a while.
Some rain around me in Kentucky, but only got 2 minutes of sprinkles at her house. Her yard is turning brown and crunchy.
We are trying to get more water on the goat pasture. Theirs is the one that's really struggling right now. We just let them out to graze, but
Lorraine said they had a 90-mile-per-hour wind, took down a tree, and it fell across her friend's 3-week-old new car.
ooh.
Good thing they got insurance.
Wanda said that's a Zoe logo.
It is. It's an original.
Old Pecan just got done fishing. Headed home to cook supper.
Well, that sounds fun.
There's Cassie. Howdy. I say Cassie. I know that it says Walker Farm Fam, but Gary is always so busy.
Gary's probably cooking. No, they had conies for dinner. I saw that, and I was jealous.
I was like, we got to write down the name of this place, and next time we can try it.
Because we love some hot dogs. They're always so busy. Oh, you just read that.
Mm-hmm.
I love the latest video telling about the beginning to now. Well, we said we try to do that about once a year, to do an update, a who we are kind of thing.
But I don't think we had ever done it from the beginning.
Right.
How, and that question gets asked so much.
Yeah.
And y'all, and it's not anything bad, but I honestly get that question 4 or 5 times a week about living at the farm.
I know.
So it's not that it's a negative thing. Did you just say Gary's probably cooking? You know as well.
She said it's my night to cook and we got takeout.
Oh, it was her turn. That's why they got Cody's.
Well, Gary makes the cooking videos.
He does. He's the one that's got Rhett hung up on smash burgers. It was Gary Walker's fault.
We had smash burgers for like 2 weeks.
After the smash burgers video, Rhett wanted them every night. Can we have smash burgers? No, absolutely we cannot.
Pam said, I wondered about the camper, but never asked. So a lot of people.
Well, Pam, we do get the question though. It's not.
People ask us a lot. Why don't y'all? Do y'all live there? Why don't y'all use that one? And it's because it's not ours.
That's right.
It's not ours to do that.
It's locked, and I don't have a key to it. I don't need a key to it.
We don't need a key to it. So we just it's there. That's part of the deal. Is we grow the property and do what we want. We can live there all we want as long as that camper can stay right where it's at. And
Catherine just showed up. Catherine probably been feeding
babies. Aunt Judy.
And Aunt Judy's here.
Old Pecan's having smash burgers for dinner.
Are y'all doing Gary's version too?
I'm telling you, Rhett loves those things.
He just hung up on them.
I saw
on a tortilla
Louisiana shell. Is it live? There it is. Yeah, I saw him come in. Hello.
He doesn't even want it on a bun. He has to have it on a tortilla shell.
It does.
Because that's the way Ransom ate it.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah. Your mama said we're too big to live there at 5+ people. Yes, that camper would definitely not be the right size.
I can tell you that Zoe has mentioned several times making it work in a camper.
We would. Even if we had to put.
No, it won't.
We could put a tiny house with it and make the tiny house the kitchen living room and just live in the camper or sleep in the camper or let the kids sleep in the tiny house.
I like that idea. Let's put a tiny house somewhere else and let them.
You can't say that on live.
Well, they know I'm joking. we could buy another property and set the tiny house there and let them live there.
We'll buy 40 more acres.
No, God bless America. No, they know I'm joking. I hope.
We'll have to call them.
They kind of know I'm joking.
Hey, Nancy. She said it's been a little while since she's been on.
But are you joking? Yes, I am joking. Then Mac would be stuck with the younger two. Well, yeah, I'm not taking them with me.
Rhett would not last. If
No.
he could not see us when he woke up, that would not work.
I remember you speaking of it when getting out the stuck baby goat.
Oh, goodness. Scroll up the hair. You missed a couple.
I know. I'm sorry. Cassie said they eat the smash burgers on tortillas a lot.
Yeah. It's easy.
Apparently, we do too.
It's easy and cheap.
It was just some haze and back and
What
forth.
did Charles and Miss Kathy say?
They made fresh broccoli, chopped onions, sunflower seeds, raisins, shredded cheese, some sugar with mayo for dressing.
Oh, that's broccoli salad. That's what broccoli salad is here. And chopped apples. But she does keep up on videos. All right. Try smash burger patty with pico de gallo.
Catherine has Eli for the night.
Oh, we don't need to tell Rhett. He'll be on his way.
Pecan likes to fill burgers with cream cheese too.
Oh.
Y'all, they're starting on food again. And I'm trying to ignore
it. So how's your wrist?
I was shocked, completely and utterly shocked that I had no one get on to me the day I was running the chainsaw on video and did not have that brace on.
They knew you were not going to listen.
I was waiting on the comments. It was right there in my truck. If you've ever run a chainsaw, it is absolutely impossible, for me at least, to run a chainsaw and not get gas and oil on my hands.
Yeah, we didn't want that soaking in that brace.
I didn't want it in that brace. Not to mention it was going to get full of sawdust and I'd have to take it out and shake it out and all that. So for the little while I was running the saw, I took it off and I was like, I'm going to get comments about that. Where's your brace at? But thankfully I did not. And I've actually been going without it more this past week or so. And it's been okay. Every once in a while I'll tweak something and put it back on for a while just because it reminds me that, hey,
you're not fully.
You might not need to do that, but it's nothing major. I miss the little pigs after being reminded of them on the video.
Yep.
I miss having pigs too, but
it'll come again.
We'll
definitely do that again.
Wearing the brace would have caused more problems than it's worth. That is a fact.
That's true.
That's why I got him off there. Apparently Tony is camping.
Yeah, because Lorraine said he too would like smash burgers.
He would. I bet he would.
I bet that would be a good campfire thing to make.
It would be good in the cast iron.
That's right.
I saw Neil pop up.
Yeah.
I bet it would be good. And
Wendy said her chainsaw's 10 inches and has a battery. That sounds like my kind of chainsaw.
Yeah, a little battery powered one. You have a gas one. So, Zoe in Oklahoma in October. I am doing my best. Is this the channel that the pigs ate the baby goats? No.
Oh.
And I don't want to watch that channel. But
Who
no.
did that?
I could see it happening. That pigs could eat baby goats, but no, that was not us. Goodness.
Can I fly there?
Can you fly there? I suppose you could. I cannot honestly imagine you trying to get through an airport by yourself. But sure.
Can I take
Somebody's got to drive to Tulsa and pick you up.
Could I take an emotional support goat?
No.
I have one. Her name is Fancy. Y'all, Fancy runs up and meets me and jumps in the truck with me. He did say yes. I know. Look, he's lost
no issue with it. But Nancy said, did you guys ever locate the white peacock?
We have not.
Wait, I'm not expecting it to.
I'm moving the table again.
You won't quit messing with it, Red.
He did say yes, and you know why? Because that's how he's going to guarantee I don't come home with more animals.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be a lot cheaper to buy you a plane ticket than animals. 100%. But I don't know that you would do it, but go.
They wouldn't let me bring knives home.
No, you can't bring knives.
I can mail them to myself.
Just ship them to yourself.
I can mail them to myself.
Lorraine said, do they allow livestock on planes?
The 80s had a pig ate a baby goat. I don't even remember them having pigs.
I know that he was going to get them eventually, but I didn't know Brandon had pigs.
She's making this an expensive trip.
She can drive that truck you wanted prior back. I bet that truck's gone, Cassie.
If not, it's meant to be.
If it's still there from, when was it we were there? March?
Then it's meant to be.
Was it March? I bet the price is really good if it's still sitting there.
It was Mother's Day weekend.
What month was that?
May.
Was it May?
Yeah.
Why did I think March?
It was the 80s. I really early on living on the farm.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said it was May. So if it's been sitting on that lot from May to September, or it'll be October by then,
they'd be willing to sell it.
Heck yeah, they would almost give it away. It'd have a good price on it.
Oh, I bet.
So she wants you to fly there
and drive your new truck home.
And I'm guessing Cassie will pick you up in Tulsa. Since she's cutting this deal, well, you're gonna have to convince her to pick you up. Gary's
gonna be doing the farm work and cooking the dinner. So she'll have to drive to Tulsa.
Now she's gonna leave you at the airport saying that.
Jacqueline said, I can be spirit animals, Zoe. I can possibly be your mental chaos companion, support, or encouragement to do the crazy things.
She needs support and encouragement to not do it.
Lorraine said, if the truck's still there, it must be junk.
I'm just going to let you know, Jacqueline, that if Zoe gets to Oklahoma, she has plenty of encouragement to do all the stuff. Things. I need somebody to encourage her not to.
Ooh, Maggie said just click on handicap assistant when you book the ticket, and they'll put me in a wheelchair and take me exactly where I need to go. Then I don't have to do the thinking. I will not even have to do any of that.
Cassie said, since you said that, now you can hitchhike. Your ride from Tulsa just backed out.
I would hitchhiking the wrong way.
Well, Catherine will still go with you.
Yeah.
She says she'll encourage you to be good.
Yeah. Or not.
I really have been working on getting Zoe to go on this trip.
Y'all have never gone anywhere without him.
I can't go.
It's been 8 years and I've never been anywhere without you. Really?
That's true. No, you and Catherine went to Georgia.
For like 3 hours.
Well, that's somewhere.
I don't even know how to check into a hotel.
What?
I get to the door and tell them I don't know what I'm doing.
See?
She wink.
Y'all see? Somebody has to take care of her. Wendy says, time to fly.
It's time to fly. I'm good.
And there's nothing very big that you can bring back on an airplane, so I'm good.
A monkey. Or a kangaroo.
No.
In a pouch.
No.
They'll think it's a baby. And Catherine said 3 hours and ate something bad and got sick.
What?
Catherine, we had to keep stopping because Catherine.
Oh, she got sick going to Georgia. Okay.
On the way back.
I know what you. Cassie said they promise they'll make you be good. There's no way because her and Lori are both going to be involved and that's chaos.
They'll just take us to the restaurant where we got to sit and wait for a few hours and waste some time. Look, there's Cece. She's in Canada doing yoga things.
There's no telling where she's lost to go yoga. Can you get a bug spray to take care of those time flies? Neil's telling dad jokes. You could. Jacob said you could stay in the schoolie. Yeah, Lori probably is asleep. You need road trip mentoring. So now Londa and Catherine both want to
This
get
is turning into a. This is gonna be good.
you. And Jacqueline says she's used to babysitting.
We'll
You're
just.
going to need a schoolie to drive to Oklahoma if you keep adding people.
I got a third row.
There's Kevin. I was waiting for Kevin to show up.
Are you why?
Well, I failed miserably even after you told me, hey, Kevin and Kimberly made their goal. I still did not text him. And with all the football stuff going on, I forgot. And the only thing that reminded me of it was Cassie's post. So I texted him and admitted it. But if y'all have not seen it, Grounds Family Farm hit their 8,000 goal. They are well over now 8,000 subs.
Look,
You gave them fireworks. Look at that.
We had a party.
She had a little mini party for you. But they hit their goal.
Next is 10,000. It won't take them long at all.
He's wanting to get to 10 now.
That won't take long.
I'm hoping it happens soon.
Yeah, because they're not right at 8,000. They done ticked on up in there.
They went right on by there.
Yeah, they're ticking on in there.
I think it's probably more people wanting him to have to work for Brandon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're trying to get that day of labor out of you.
There's Brandon there. We were talking about Kevin's got to come and help you out now.
Yep, we were talking about him hitting his goal, and Brandon gets his day of free labor.
Louisiana Life is 32 away from 1,000. Well, I'm just trying to get to 200. Y'all, it's coming. I promise. Just keep knocking at it because it's going to happen. It's taken us, 4 years now? 3.
I looked at it in that video because you said
20.
I had to look it up because I looked at you. I couldn't remember when we got started, and you said 22, and I think it was a little bit before that.
It was.
It was September the 6th of 21.
You know how I know that today?
This Friday will be our anniversary.
Oh, cool. You know how I knew that? Because I just shared right before we went live that Miss Brooke, the pea chick, was a babe, or Miss Brooke as a pea chick, and we had just started doing videos when she was hatched, And I just shared pictures today of her as a little bitty baby.
He said, yep, they like Brandon getting free labor. And Brandon said he got his medal in. So I'm guessing he's got his project lined out.
Oh, man.
Catherine is trying to get to 10. She said that 20 seems so far away. It did for a long time. And we've already talked about this. It was this time last year when Cassie and Brandon pushed you over 10,000.
Yes.
Trying
next weekend
force me into getting you alpacas. That was 1 year ago this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1 year ago that we were at 10. So that it can happen.
Louisiana Life said 20,000 seems impossible right now. And we said the exact 20,000 was that unreachable goal. Unreachable goal to us when we first started. We were like, dude, that would be so awesome. What? What are you looking at?
Eddie Family Farm has a check mark. Look at them.
Oh, that means they're verified.
They're official. He said, yeah, I got that a couple of days ago. Now people have a hard time scamming us.
That's right. I saw it.
Cheryl said, I'm already subscribed to a lot of those channels. We hope that if anybody is missing, that we can just remind them that those friends are out there and the channels are similar in how they handle things and it's family oriented and things like that, so people know who to watch. And hopefully, there may be some out there that they need to avoid. There's Nico and Natalie. Hey, y'all.
Hi, Mom. Mom came on. She's at the top. It's scrolling.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it was scrolling
It is
pretty quick.
going.
But we were trying to kind of back up to the video a second ago. It was we talked about it, and we actually did a little bit of it. We talked about doing a video with both of our testimonies in it. Well, we actually started doing it that way, and we backed it out and was like, we want to handle that a little bit differently. I think Zoe still expected it to be in there, but we didn't quite handle that the way we wanted to, so we didn't do that. She's asking Nico for a bet with Texas. This is going to be really interesting now that we have some new SEC teams.
I was going to say, Alabama plays in Oklahoma this year.
They do.
What if we went to that one?
Well, the last time that I went to an Alabama-Oklahoma game, it was
about the last time you made me cheesecake. It hadn't happened.
No, I went to one.
Oh.
I went to one with that.
So you've been to an Alabama game more times than you've made me cheesecake.
I've been to way more. Yeah. We used to have season tickets, so I've been to lots of Alabama games. But Oklahoma came to Tuscaloosa, but it was during the Mike Shula era, so nobody expected to win anyway. And it actually ended up being a decent game. But
Nico said, just go ahead and buy your shirt. She's
probably going to have to buy a shirt because I don't know. I'm going to hold that comment about the SEC close to the chest.
Okay, we're going to block Jones Christie now.
Why? What's Jones Christie
everything do? Except our choice in college ball team.
Well,
hi, Johnny.
I don't know that I can say too much. I don't know who Jones Christie's team is, but just me personally, I'm not being mean. I don't think they're relevant. At least Texas and Oklahoma are both relevant. But go ahead and drop it on me, Christy. Who is your team? Is it Tennessee? Because I don't know if they even play college ball in Kansas.
Oh, Grammy's asking how Mr. Jim.
I know they do, but whatever. Huh?
Grammy asked, she wonders how Mr. Jim likes Tennessee's new uniform.
I think Mr. Jim actually has their new logo as his picture.
Catherine said, Roll Tide, just need to put that out there.
Lorraine was actually watching your interview on In Her Boots. We talked about it when we were making that video.
It was interesting. Oh, she likes the ball. See?
I figured she might be Tennessee, and I'm okay with that.
Johnny likes to watch Nebraska.
I told you it wouldn't be anybody relevant. I thought it was Tennessee. That's why I threw that out there. Did you guys get the tractor shelter fixed? Not yet.
Not yet.
But it's going to be a simple fix. It's not a big deal. Look, there's one more thing. But that's going to be simple, putting a plate on each side. Dawn is a University of Washington Huskies fan. Well, we appreciate the coach.
Jim said Tennessee wears those occasionally. We switch it up week to week.
Jacqueline said her granddad played for Auburn.
Well, we got a nephew playing for Auburn now.
Yep.
My
brother's stepson is at his first year at Auburn. He's a linebacker. All right, the wager. See, I love this time of year. I love this time of year, y'all. I do. Sadly, I had to deal with Nico as Texas was winning. And I was okay with that. Because Texas and Oklahoma was way worse. If Nico was an Auburn fan, it would have been worse. But I love this time of year when people start bantering back and forth and making bets. And he's already trying to get her with having to wear a jersey. I love this time. I already have a bet with two other Oklahoma fans. See, Nico's diving off deep already. She she said he played when it was rugby. Catherine said, "Do you need help with that shed repair?" It's Catherine. It's gonna be simple. I'm just gonna pick it up with the tractor loader.
Neil said, "Sometimes I'm so glad I don't know what you're talking about."
Well, Neil, it's just American football. That's all. I said above, hey, almost neighbors. I got to what?
Leave yesterday to be with her today on Dad's.
I'm not sure what that said, Christy. She said it above. Cassie loves the NFL. See, that's what's wrong. It that's when you're an Oklahoma fan and
she
they're
got
just
to her mom's yesterday,
oh
helping with some dad stuff.
you get in that part of the world that's not that well hasn't been the SEC. Y'all are now, but you know then you have to wander back and forth between college and NFL trying to get some decent football, and it just if you just go and follow a team in the deep south, you have it made. Londa said it's National Smack Talk season, and by the way, go Dogs. I watched Georgia put a really good whooping on Clemson Saturday, right before we had to go.
They did.
Better watch out for Patera at Appalachian Homestead if you talk about the Vols.
Oh, goodness.
Cassie said, I like several teams because I have favorite players more than a favorite team. I've loved the Cowboys since I was a kid, but they just keep letting me down. That's just part of being a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Old Pecan Homestead, poor Rhett was exhausted. Every time Rhett got still, he fell asleep.
Did you put video from yesterday's game? Y'all, they played phenomenal.
Both of the boys' teams did.
They did. They both won.
Kim said my poor Gators got beat. They were starting when we had to leave, so I didn't even get to see what the Gators did.
Yes.
She asked Nico, do they even play this year?
He said, yes, you do. Edie said she's not making any bets with anyone because she's a Gators fan.
Oh, well, I did not, like I said, I did not get to see the Gators yesterday. And I'm certainly, since Alabama used to play Florida almost every year for the SEC championship, I'm certainly not a Gators fan. I used to hate Tennessee the same way as Auburn as a rivalry, not just in general, but as a rivalry. But Tennessee just kind of fell off the map. So when they were in the field former years, they made me mad every year. But then they just kind of fell away. And my stepmom was a Tennessee fan, and I didn't even get to pick on anybody because they just quit. Our Louisiana Life, their son won 26-7 Friday night. Congratulations to that team.
What were ours?
Rhett's team was 44-18, and ours was 42-0.
And then our high school one.
Our high school pulled it out by 1 point, like
Yes,
38-37 or 37-36, something like
a
that.
rival. Both of them are 10 miles apart, so it's a big rivals.
And y'all, I'm gonna throw this out there. Chance had a decent game at middle linebacker. He did his job. I don't think he missed any tackles. I haven't watched film yet. But as a defensive coordinator for that team, our boys did not even give up a first down. Now, Zoe asked me on the home, what did that mean? So I said, you realize my boys didn't even give up a first down? And she said, great. What's that mean? But I was super proud of the work they had put in. Catherine said they had another timber rattler today. Well, Zoe needs to come visit with you.
I do not.
Speaking of people that are missing, I earlier we saw some people,
Mhm.
that we hadn't seen in a while, and Sarah still pops up every once in a while, but she is no longer our unpaid secretary. She just
Why?
pops in every once in a while.
She's bored of you.
She, hey Sarah, I just saw you come in and decide best with you.
Cassie, I was videoing. If you could only hear my commentary on the videos where Hannah, I don't know if you listened to them. I sent them to you, and Hannah, I was trying to tell her what had happened on the play because she was doing something, and I said the boy that snaps the ball and the one that was holding the ball running, and she's like, Zoe, it's about time you learn these.
You've only been a coach's wife for 5 years now.
I said, I don't know all. It's like baseball. I don't know any of the positions. She's like, that would be, there's a center and there's a guard and
I'm gonna sit down with play sheets
if
and
you could
teach
only
you.
hear me on that video explaining to her what happened, and she has to explain back to me the play that
What
she
you
did
should be
not
calling
even see. Yes.
Sarah says she needs some help cleaning 6 5-gallon pails of plums to make plum butter and plum jam.
I would
So
eat
do
them.
it.
I would eat them.
So
I've been asking Nick to stop and get me some plums for like a month.
you have no idea how many times I have just tried to nudge Zoe into saying the score the right way. She always says the score backwards. Drives me nuts. And I don't guess it's that big a deal, but it just drives me crazy.
And you don't
to
like me
say,
saying that they scored a point. They scored a run.
well, baseball, it's a run.
It's still 1 point.
Y'all, she told me the high school, I was not there yet. The high school game Thursday night, they scored their first touchdown on the first play before I ever got there. And she said, touchdown. And I said, who? And she said, us. And she said, and 1 more point. The extra point.
Yeah.
That's. I didn't even correct the text. I just left it alone. She said, we scored a touchdown and 1 more point.
I try.
Maybe somebody can help. What did they say? She needs illustrations of offensive and defensive positions.
Oh, who just said that?
Jones Christie.
That sounds complicated. I try to listen. Nick talks all them words all the time, and I try to listen.
Kim Cole said, my son's coaches had a class for those of us who wanted to learn the plays, so we had a better understanding of the game.
Ooh, we would get so lost listening to y'all.
Well,
draw it out for us.
We can teach you the positions and things like that, but we don't go over the plays with anybody because then y'all will go tell other folks.
Well, that's why we don't post videos of
our football parents do not post videos to social media or anything like that until after the season.
Yeah.
Thankfully. I mean, you can't make them not do it. We just ask them not to. USC and LSU's tied at 10. That's on tonight.
We can watch that.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
Deb D said you need several TVs to watch college. Never make plans on Saturdays.
That's right.
And my problem is that we play on Saturdays.
We do. In the evenings.
And, well, that's actually a good thing. Instead of playing starting at like 10 a.m., now we at least have to get through the day and play in the evenings. All of Rhett's games are at 4.
Yes.
And all of Chance's start at 5:15.
Yep.
Cheryl says she learned football plays when pregnant with her first child.
Now, I love to watch football, and it's taken me a really long time to figure out what's going on. But I kind of get the idea of it.
We talk about it some as it's going on, and then sometimes Zoe will ask me a question, and I'm like, I don't even know how to explain that. like the way you'll ask a question. I can't even think of an example. But sometimes Zoe will ask me a question, and I'm like, how do I even begin to explain it without having to back up and miss the whole game by starting at the
Well,
beginning?
that's a good idea. Jacqueline said get a video to learn.
Christy says she needs to drive down for a game. She said only 3 hours. 3 hours is a long way for a youth football game.
She said Madden.
It might be worth it.
I'd never get to. The boys would take it over.
No, that wouldn't even work if you had a video game of football in
Isn't
here.
DeMarcus in the Madden game?
He's in the college one.
Okay.
Madden is the NFL game.
Hey, warm fuzzy vibes.
It's scrolling fast on me. Catherine said it was in their next to last video, but I don't know what she's talking about.
Lorraine. What did Lorraine say?
I don't know. It started scrolling on me fast. I'm sorry. Catherine says she needs a T-shirt. Can you still be a knight in shining armor if it's daytime? Or if you're wearing plaid?
Oh, that's probably what it was, yeah.
Apparently you can be a knight in plaid. Our high school held a tutoring session for cheerleaders, the band, and parents on how football works so they know when to cheer.
I like that.
Zoe just cheers when everybody else cheers.
Now I know how to holler.
Anita said the Oklahoma Sooners did a tribute to Toby Keith. I saw that advertised that they were going to do one. I don't know if it was on TV or Facebook or where I saw it, but I saw that they were going to do one.
That's cool. That's pretty neat.
But we will, she said, that's my favorite Zoeism yet. You cannot, and I'm not going to keep track of all of them. I try to keep track of funny ones and stuff that people relate to. If I kept track of all of them, it would just get to the point of cruel. I think. I'm afraid it would.
Why don't you just keep you a list of your top 10?
I'm just saying as things progress, and I know there's going to be some since it's football season.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be lots of them.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want it to just be mean.
Yeah, we don't want you to be mean to me. We would not ever want you to be
I'm
mean.
talking about football terminology stuff.
Oh, so we're just, we wouldn't want you to do that.
Right. I might be in Montgomery this winter. You could buy me lunch and take me for a tour of Chestnut Hills and Cog Hill. I don't know if we can even get into Cog Hill.
Laughs at Zoe's expense. They usually are.
Well, it wouldn't be a good Zoeism if we wasn't laughing at Zoe.
Catherine said you can make a calendar every year with a different animal and a Zoeism.
As the title for each month.
And throw a little bit of a nick in his cut off overalls.
No. Chrissy said, keep them all, just turn the page and start a new one. It won't seem mean then. No, Sarah said we can jump the fence. I was joking. But no, I was joking.
That was a big no from Nick. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't even know about that.
Nick did that.
No, I didn't.
You did a calendar.
No, I mean that pose.
No.
I didn't do that pose.
You did. He wore cut off
Billy
shorts.
Billy did that pose, and then he kissed Penelope.
He did kiss Penelope.
Y'all, tell them what you're talking about. They're never going to see it if they see it.
So our church was going to do a fundraiser. I think it was
you
going to
didn't
be.
plug the laptop in.
Oh.
Chance, give me the plug.
Our church was going to do a fundraiser, I think, for the kids ministry, and they had
It was
deacons do a.
It was just men in the church at the time. Well, I wasn't a deacon then.
And
Why don't you pull the plug out of the wall from 10 foot up the
Because that goes
plug?
right here.
No, I mean from
Oh.
so far up.
So, it was all farm
Here, Zoe.
related.
Yeah, all the pictures were taken on our farm. There you go.
Ours and
Well, and across the
Chevy.
street, our neighbors.
So one of the guys, hey Kayla, one of the guys lay down in the pig pen and kissed the pig,
Penelope.
Mm-hmm. Nick was October, and he had to stand in the chicken pen holding a Starbucks cup and had some fall decor around him and a chicken, a baby chick, in your cut off overalls and plaid shirt.
So, y'all, to give you the premise of where this started, have y'all seen the Chicken Daddy calendars? That's what started this idea. The Chicken Daddy calendars that started going around on Facebook was men, they're dressed as farm related, but it'll be kind of skimpy and stuff like that, and they're holding chickens. Well, that's where they got the idea, but we branched out to other animals, farm goats and pigs and all kind of stuff at our farm. And our neighbor's farm across the road from us is where my pictures were taken.
Uh-huh.
But we used our chicks for the picture at their barn.
Yes.
But those are not getting out.
They never made it.
It never made it. They ended up deciding that since it was church related, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
After we took the pictures, actually, she said, I just pictured one of those Christmas elves outfits, though. We did have one of the guys in a Grinch costume.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah. I was willing to do it as a fundraiser, and when they decided that it might not be that great of an idea to do it through the church, I don't know what happened to all the pictures, but that is not getting out. Cassie said her birth month. I think Cassie's birthday is really close to mine, if I remember right. Ain't it? Ain't it really close? Mine's the 10th. Chrissy said this pic needs to surface. I'd pay to see it. It's not happening. Londa's gonna get Tom some chickens and Daisy Dukes.
We should do Hansel and Gretel. That would be so cute.
Yeah, hers is the 12th. I knew it was close.
Catherine's is in 2 days.
I need 2 copies so I can blackmail Nick, Mr. Jim said.
I'm gonna put it out there and just make it where you don't know.
You don't even have it.
I can get it. You know I can get it.
I know.
And there's probably different poses because you had to do more than one.
Oh, it was a bunch. It was a bunch.
That's funny.
So Catherine's is the 3rd.
All right.
We got to do something for Catherine's birthday.
I might have to.
Because
something.
Tony too would like some birthday cake.
Yes. Nico said nothing is deleted forever.
No, it's not deleted, Nico. They're out there somewhere because they were going to make a calendar with those things. I texted my buddy they had it laid out like what time you were doing your pictures that day.
And somehow you all ended up there at the same time.
Well, they all came to see us.
That was for a group, yeah.
Well, one of my buddies that did it that morning, I texted him and I'm like, hey, what'd you wear this morning? He said, not enough. That's all his reply was. I never got to see his picture because he went home and got reasonably dressed and then came to where we were taking the rest of the pictures so he could make fun of us.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't get to show up if you're not still dressed. He said, man, I was freezing. Because we did it in the fall.
I know. It was a little chilly that morning.
It was.
I remember. Why are you staring at me?
Pam says she just saw the pic of you with baby Brooke.
I know. She was so cute. She is not even that color anymore. Now she's like a gray. She's not brown like that anymore.
Mm-mm.
I did see We do. I haven't talked about it, but I still have her 5 eggs in the incubator. It's probably time to candle them.
It's getting close to candling time, yeah.
We might need to do that.
Oh, Anna's birthday is this month on Friday the 13th. I did not even realize that Friday the 13th was this month. I didn't realize that. I should have known because I just told you that our anniversary for YouTube is this Friday, September the 6th. So that would make sense. Have the kids decided what they're going to dress up as for Halloween? My grandkids are already planning their costumes.
We have not talked about that just yet, but that's only because
we start.
Chance is sitting right here.
Chance is right here. I don't even need him starting.
And the only reason we haven't is because I have not taken them in a store where they can see all the decorations put out yet. Because we will start talking about it then.
We are just. I'm on that fence.
Yes, and Petals is September 14th. So we're having our dinner on the 13th.
There
Friday
we
go. The 13th.
Well, you'll have to bring a cake for the dinner or something. We make everybody sing happy birthday to Captain.
Oh.
There's an idea. But I'm on that fence about Halloween. And we always did it as kids. And you try not to do too much. I mean, we always let them go to the little thing in town and get candy and all that. I'm not that hyped up about it. We try to moderate their costumes to nothing too scary or demonic or anything like that. I mean, as long as we can keep everything before anybody hammers me in the comments, as long as we keep everything reasonable, we just try to do it that way.
Yeah.
Neil won the best costume award. He won it himself. Wiley, Texas is getting rain.
Well, good. I wish we could get a little bit more.
I
just don't want it to rain while I'm outside.
Connie just got here. She'll have to watch the replay, but we're glad she made it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
I was just reading off, folks. I'm sorry.
Yes, I jumped.
Yeah, that did not even hit me that the Petals dinner is Friday the 13th. There's going to have to be something related to that. I'll work on that idea for y'all.
Okay.
I didn't say you. Oh. I said for them. Oh. It's probably going to affect you.
Oh.
But
just don't mess up anything I'm working on.
But it'll be for them. It's just going to affect you.
Oh, good. Yay. I'm so excited.
Did we have anything else we need to address?
I don't think so.
Give them an update on the moms. We put it in the video again, but you need to give them an update where we're at on it.
I don't know exactly where I'm at. Oh. I haven't tallied up the last few days.
Okay.
But I'm thinking.
I wanted to try to update them, but I had no idea what I could do.
Thinking we're getting close to 20.
That's awesome.
It really is.
I don't care what the goal is or anything else. That is awesome. And it's going to be a good video when we get to show how everybody is affected by that. I think people are really going to like it. I'm trying to keep on comments. We used to do this and you had to make your costume. I think we need to have costume parties for adults at least one time a year. Not Halloween.
Cool. Yeah.
Brenda said, I can't believe y'all haven't talked about food tonight. Actually, there were several that kept trying to. I was trying to avoid it because we always get stuck on, and we did a little bit. We talked about smash burgers and some of that kind of stuff.
I am working on a new treat. I'm not going to talk about it yet. I want to see if I'm even successful, but I am.
Grammy, we said the goal that we set for ourselves was 30.
But I think we're at 20.
But she thinks that we're currently at about 20.
We would love to get 50. That would take care of the whole.
I was shocked. His initial estimate, he said, it's probably going to be around 40. And then we heard that it was 50. And I was like, golly.
That's a lot to ask of people. So, but Wouldn't that be awesome if we could get to 50 and then we would know we would get everybody there?
Well, I'm going to reach out and get some more people involved and
Yeah.
see if we can't make that happen.
Yeah.
Cheryl said, I don't mind talking about food.
Well, Nick's got us something on the smoker.
Yep.
And I'm going to bring it in and slice it up and fry it a little bit. And then we're going to make some tacos with some brisket meat. And
Heck yeah.
it's going to be good, I hope.
Well, it's not exactly like what y'all would think a brisket.
Laura said, I made peach crisp tonight. Sorry, just one little.
That's okay, Laura. We don't mind. It's not exactly like you would think a brisket. Typically, when y'all hear me talk about brisket, it's,
a big old chunk of meat.
Me and Jason got going back and forth doing the meat church brisket. He's the one that got me addicted to that.
It's almost like it's a brisket tip.
He got me so addicted to that meat church brisket. So I did one here. It was phenomenal. This is when we did our home butchering on our pig. The guy that was teaching me said, this is your pork brisket. And I was like, I've never seen a brisket in pork. And he said, that's because they typically just cut it out and grind it. He said, but this is your brisket. And it looks really good. It's really good looking meat. And I was like, we're going to try it. So Zoe asked me if I would throw it on the smoker for a little while. We've got a flank steak on there too, but we're going to cut all that up and make tacos and fajitas out of it. So heck yeah.
Yep.
Ready to go. Cheryl said, never had brisket ever.
Well, I can't lie. I hadn't until we did ours.
No, yes, you had. You had brisket at Jason. You had brisket at Cog Hill.
I did.
And it was off the charts.
Yep.
Good. It was phenomenal. So that's when I had to start making it.
Kayla got her a new pellet smoker grill. She smoked some chicken. We smoke all kind of stuff.
Connie said, I'm glad you're not talking about cooking. It almost makes me wish I knew how to cook instead of nuking. Almost.
Now, we do a lot of nuking during the week. We don't cook full.
You don't have a choice.
We don't cook full meals.
Well, Mackenzie cooks sometimes when we're not here.
Her.
If we got something that we can cook that's pretty simple, then Mackenzie can do that while we're finishing up football practice or the other 50 things on the list.
Mm-hmm.
You must not live in the South to have never had brisket. I'm trying to look and see who that was that said it. Oh, Cheryl.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where Cheryl's from, but there's even people around us that have never tried brisket. It's a Texas thing.
She's in Ohio.
And of course we do it in the South, but there's a lot of people that have never done it because in the South there's so much barbecue available that a lot of people don't worry about brisket. But if you've never had burn ends off a brisket, you are missing out.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Burn ends is the best thing.
There's Tony.
Tony said, are y'all still live? Tony, what did you cook? I want to know because Catherine said you cooked one of y'all's favorite foods and she had to come to the campsite to try it out. So I need to know what that was.
Cheryl said she had it in Pennsylvania when she was younger. Sirloin roast, rub with salt, pepper, heat the oven 500, put it on a cookie sheet, 12 minutes, turn the oven off and let it sit for an hour and a half. That sounds good.
Old Pecan Homestead was born and raised in Texas, so they know all about brisket. Tony, I need to know, sliced sirloin and gravy with mashed potatoes. That is not your typical campsite dinner. But I, too, like sirloin and gravy, Tony. Just saying, just throwing that out there. I know Lorraine's going to put it out there, too.
Lorraine says we eat a lot different than they do.
Well, I'm sure, but that's just a different part of the globe.
That's right.
Well, speaking of let's go get some fajitas and tacos started because it is time.
And it's 9 o'clock at night, so we probably do need to start working towards our
Yeah,
late
should
night
probably
supper.
do that. At least it's been on the smoker,
I
so
know it.
we don't have far to go. You may have to throw it with some onions and stuff and be ready to go. Londa said, we too enjoy sirloin and gravy, Tony. Tony started something.
He did.
But anyway.
All right, guys. We will see y'all in a couple of days. I don't even know. Today's Sunday, so we'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.